Hi guys, Andy May here. Welcome back to the channel. So now it is time for part 3 in makeup basics. I guess that's just what we're going to call this series. And I'm going to go over eyebrows and lips today because I don't want to do eyes because that is going to take a minute. So we're going to get into brows first because I personally like to put on my face, do my brows before doing eye makeup, and I do lips last. But because eyes and lips aren't going to fit together, eyebrows and eyes won't fit together, I'm kind of skipping a step and putting these two together. So for eyebrows, like everything else it seems, there are a ton of different options. One of the quick, easiest ones is an eyebrow pencil. I have the e.l.f. one. They make different colors, they have different thicknesses, different shapes for the brow pencil, but stereotypically you get the brow product on one side and a spoolie on the other to brush it out. Now I also have the Tarte one, which has a different shape. It's more of a triangular type of shape on the actual brow pencil, and then instead of a spoolie, it has a brow gel. Most of the time you are going to set your brows with a gel type of product. I personally prefer to use the Essence Make Me Brow. This has little brow fibers in it, but it is also a lot smaller spoolie. I don't like how big the spoolie is like on a brow gel. But a clear brow gel will work as well. So that's kind of one option. You always kind of do the brow pencil with a gel to kind of set everything down. And beyond the brow pencil, there's really two other options. You have a brow pomade that you can use. I have the NYX Taman Frame. I've barely used this one just to kind of, I checked to see if I liked it, which I do actually like. So you've got the brow pomade, or you have an actual brow powder. A lot of times brow powders will come with a wax to set it with. This one does not. This is by Bodyography. I absolutely love this one. I've actually made decent dips in all of these. I use this one for Haley, but I tend to use this one with a little bit of that one, but it's kind of your preference. I like all of the options, to be honest. That's why I have one of everything. And you typically use a brush like this. You've got the little angled brow part on. This is one of my thicker ones. This one is by Bodyography. And then it has the spoolie at the end here. So today we're going to do our brows with powder because it's quick, easy, and I haven't used powder in a while. Now, when it comes to powder, because I don't have a wax, I will end up using my little Essence gel to kind of set everything after I'm done. I'm going to get really close to the camera. My mirror is down here, so I'm gonna kind of get close. You'll be able to see more of what I'm doing. Now, there are a million different ways that you can put on your brows. I personally keep the shape that my eyebrows naturally are. I do not feel confident or normal to do like Instagram shape. I'm not, and my brows start, because typically from the corner of your eye straight up is where your brow is supposed to start. Mine does not, obviously. And then here is where your arch is supposed to be and your tail is supposed to end there. So this is my good brow, even though I have a scar in it. This tends to be my easy brow to kind of work with. I just kind of brush the powder through to kind of fill any of those spaces where it was kind of see-through earlier. Now it's not really like that on this side. And the difficult part about this one is my weird scar thing. So I can actually fill in my scar. I used to do it when I was younger for like, honestly, it was only like a week in middle school that I was like, I don't like having my scar, I'm gonna fill it in. And then I did it for a week and I was like, there's so much effort and you know, I don't hate the scar that much. So I just kind of left it after that. This one is my more difficult brow. I already kind of know my shape because this brow dips on the top here. So I kind of have to start over here and kind of fill it in to get it to match. And this is the brow that doesn't go, like this one matches up, I think better when I hold my brush like this, matches up better. The arch is still fine, but my tail definitely does not meet over here. This one just doesn't go that far. Now you can be one of those people that kind of makes your brow hairs go up. I mean, it's just personal preference. You can make your brows do a lot of different things. But when it comes to more, for me, unnecessary things, like I don't mind the shape of my brow, so why would I spend all the time on filling them in and making them those big, thick Instagram brows, especially when it's clearly not your brow shape. I don't know. Just how I feel. And then I go in with the Essence brow to kind of top everything off. And I just kind of brush through them through the front and then kind of brush back, just like I was doing with the spoolie, kind of like brush it through and then brush them into place. There you have it. There's my brows. My brows don't typically take too long. I like how fast powder is compared to a pencil. But really it's just preference on what you want to do. Pencils are really great when and the like pomades are really good for if you're wanting to add those brush strokes, those hair-like strokes at the front of your brow to make them look more fluffy and natural and longer. Like I could do it. I could go in here and fill this and make it look, but it's so much work for me personally that I just don't care about doing. All right, so kind of like when you started your face prep, I do have a couple prep steps for your lips. Now, I don't typically do this before I do my makeup. This is something that I do towards the end of the day and overnight because I usually put my makeup on first thing in the morning. So I do recommend a lip scrub, especially if you wear liquid lipsticks or just more drying lipstick formulas. So I do have two different kinds of options here. I like both of these. First is the e.l.f. This is the, what do they call this thing? This is Mint Maniac, but this is their exfoliating lip scrub. As you can see, I'm almost done. I've got a couple uses and mine will be gone, but this is a nice fine scrub and it's really easy because you literally kind of put it on like you would a lipstick and you just get a scrub in with the stick itself, which is really nice. Smells good, and if you get some in your mouth, it tastes all right too. Then I have a potted one. This is by Fizz and Bubble. I definitely recommend this brand. I love the scents that they have, and they are cruelty-free, which is really nice. This is in Pineapple Coconut, two of my favorite things in the world. Smells so good that you really do want to eat it. And this one's just kind of a potted one. It's a drier type of formula, which is really weird for me, but I really like it. I've used it a few times and would definitely recommend this one as well. I have this one and I have a peppermint one by them that I got in a set, but there's a ton of lip scrub in here. This is 1 whole ounce, where this guy, I don't even know. This could not have been a whole ounce, but yes, I was wondering if it would have the thing underneath, and it does. It has like a little lip balm in the bottom there. That's cool. I like that about e.l.f. lipsticks. But I do recommend a lip scrub, especially, like I said, if you use a liquid lipstick. I like to do that at the end of the night when I'm getting in the shower, when I get out of the shower, just as a step to kind of exfoliate, make sure I get all the color that's like in the cracks of my lips and get any dead skin. I've got really chapped lips right now because the weather keeps getting like hot, cold, hot, cold. And I do recommend, if you're not wearing a lip product during the day, to kind of just give it some balm, especially when it gets colder outside or what have you. I do recommend also drinking a lot of water. That helps your skin and your lips. But I like to use a thicker, more hydrating, like a more intense lip balm overnight. The one that I have is Skin Fix. This is a lip repair balm. It's not like Carmex, like it's not like thick like Carmex, but it's just a more hydrating one that takes a lot longer to sink into my lips. So I like this one for nighttime. I feel like I wake up and my lips do feel really soft. This one has coconut and jojoba oils, so definitely recommend this guy. And now we get into the actual lip products. So a lot of people like to use lip liners. That's kind of your first step. I have a clear one here. This is really great for if you don't have a color that matches, if you have a lipstick that kind of bleeds, if you're just wanting that basic line. This is just a clear waxy one. This is by Urban Decay. They have one. Makeup Forever has one that I used back in the day that's just the same. And e.l.f. even has one that's called like their lip lock. And it is actually a little thicker. I have it here. Theirs is a lot thicker, but same principle. It's like a lip primer to kind of prevent bleeding, feathering, etc. for your lips. That's what you kind of use if you don't have a color that matches, or you go in with a actual colored lip liner. There are essentially two types. When it comes to colored ones, you have the ones that wind up. These are nice just because you don't have to sharpen them every time, but these tend to dry out faster, and then you have more of a pencil liner. This is by ColourPop, and you can kind of go either way. I like the ColourPop ones, but they do tend to dry out fast even compared to these guys. And then you'd go in with your actual lip product. So I have a couple different ones here. I have a matte type of stereotypical bullet. They make these to where they are like a matte finish, a satin finish, a really glossy, creamy finish. It's really just what you prefer. I personally prefer a matte to kind of satin finish, which is my next one, which is by ColourPop. This is not your typical bullet shape, but it is kind of your typical lipstick. It's a lot skinnier, but it applies really nice. So I like these as well. Again, it's kind of more matte. They do have ones that have like shimmer and glitter and all that stuff in the lip product too. I don't typically prefer those. The only one that I have that's anything like that is Frostbite by Urban Decay. It does have like a shimmer glitter in it, but it's a blue lipstick, so why not? And then you delve into the liquid lipstick world, and there are kind of two ways that that'll go. One is just straight up liquid lipstick, and they tend to have two different types of bullet looks to them. So you'll have the skinny ones like this, bullet looks, like tube looks. You have the skinny ones like this, and then you've got the like shorter little tubes here. So can you tell what colors I really prefer? These are long lasting. These they're more of a liquid consistency, but they're extremely opaque. They dry down, they don't transfer. That's what I typically prefer, just because I feel like it's less maintenance. As long as I'm taking care of my lips, it's a lot less maintenance. But these are just, like I said, what I prefer. Then you can also steer towards the more moussey type of finish, and not as matte type of finish. So I have the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lipstick in Marshmallow, and it has more of that creamy finish, but it does dry down kind of like a liquid lipstick would. I also have the NYX Lip Lingeries. These do the same type of thing, but they're more of a moussey, creamier. It's not as liquidy as like these guys, but it just kind of depends on what you're wanting. Maybe you want a more easy lipstick that you do reapply throughout the day. Maybe you want something like this that lasts longer, or liquid lipsticks where it's transfer proof. And then of course you play into the whole matte finish, satin finish, glitter finish, glossy finish, what have you. And I almost forgot, because I only have one and I typically don't use it, is a lip gloss. A lot of people like lip gloss. A lot of people like to top their lipstick with lip gloss or liquid lipsticks with lip gloss. I'm just not a lip gloss person. This is Metallic Rose by Anastasia. This one does have like a shimmer glitter in it, but it makes your lips look fuller, plumper, blah, blah, blah. Now for me today, typically I don't ever use a lip liner unless I'm trying to use them up, to be honest. I'm going to go in with Essence Natural Beauty. This one has more of a like creamy looking finish. This is just one that's really easy to wear, and if it wears off, it's fine. It's one that I wear when I want to have like a lip color on for videos or for something, and then don't want to have to worry about it later in the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part 3 of Makeup Basics. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys!